It's do or die time for the Dodgers.
Get out your rally shade.
Hey guys, welcome to a big episode of Lad Talk. Mason, the Dodgers got to win today.
Yeah. Can we just have a 2-minute podcast and not talk about the last two games because it makes me want to cry. So, hey, but on a good note, on a high note, what are you wearing?
This is the Mickey Mouse microphone.
Hey, we're official now. And
Guys,
what are
it's
you wearing
official. We're official.
what are you wearing on your face?
The rally shades. Guys, get out your rally shades. We need it tonight.
Yeah, we need something going because they have done nothing, virtually nothing, in 18 innings. So yeah, it's been borderline pathetic.
Actually,
no, full blown pathetic.
I think it would have been better if they did nothing because what they did was really, really bad.
Yeah, not good. We'll get into it. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman at the top have done next to nothing. And the pitching staff, other than the bullpen in the last game, dog shit. I'm just saying.
Well, to put it plainly,
It is really bad.
Little Barnsey, are you pissed? Oh yeah. He's mad.
Yes, I am. Not good.
So that first game, the Dodgers getting down real early. They were down 9 runs by the end of the second inning. Kershaw just completely imploded. The worst outing I've ever seen Clayton Kershaw have.
Yeah.
He said there was no issue with the shoulder, but something wasn't right. Everything was in the middle of the plate, and the Diamondbacks were hitting everything.
Yeah, the first, I think I read a stat, and the first 5, those 5 hits that they got, the first 5 batters, all of them were over 104 miles an hour. Every single one off the bat, over 104.
It's crazy.
It was terrible. And the home run was like 110 or 112 off the bat. It was not good. He says nothing wrong with the shoulder. I think something's wrong with the shoulder. Not if, but when. Because Lance Lynn's going to show. When we get to game 4,
Lynn's gonna win.
I think, in my heart, it's got to be Pepio. Pepio has to get the ball.
I think Kershaw is lined up for Game 4, but I agree with that. I'd like to see Pepio get a shot. I think he's been solid. The last couple years when he has pitched, it has been in lower leverage situations, so this is definitely going to be a bigger stage for him. But I think he's got what it takes.
You know what? And he's proved it to me the last, when he finally came back from the whole season being on the IL, when he finally came back, he shoved. You know what? You're not going to be perfect, but those first few innings that he pitched, those first few games, he was pretty much perfect. He's hitting the zone. His stuff plays. The swing and miss is really high. That's what you need in the postseason. You need a lot of swing and miss. And Kershaw did nothing but serve the ball up for that one out you got. So I love the guy. Kershaw, you're the man. We love you to death. But that outing was terrible. He owns up to it.
He knows that.
He knows
it was bad.
Yeah.
ERA, I've never quite seen it this high. It matches the number of games that are played in the regular season. 162 ERA.
Okay, so if your ERA is
Not 1.62 ERA, 162.00 ERA.
so 162. Okay, anything above 5 is bad. That is unheard of. I don't know. That's
It's pretty bad.
there's not even that many people on 5 baseball teams. That's insane.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Emmett Sheehan coming in after Kershaw, he allowed 3 more runs, 2 walks. Shelby Miller looked nice in 2 innings, not allowing anything. Michael Grove allowing a run. Then you had Vesia giving up a run. Not too surprised with those 2.
What a shocker.
Ferguson not giving anything up. On the D-back side, the Dodgers could not figure out Merrill Kelly.
No, man, he shoved.
6 1/3 innings. Dodgers mustered just 3 hits against him, gave up 2 walks. He struck out 5.
Yeah, 1 for 6 was runners in scoring position. That's not going to get it done.
And that was a theme throughout the first 2 games,
Yep.
not getting it done with runners in scoring position.
And if you're not an avid Dodger fan, you haven't been following since last year, going back to last year's playoff game, in the last 5 playoff games in a row, they're 0-5. Not going to get it
Is
done.
that good, Mason?
It's not great. So I would go as far to say it's pretty damn bad.
Is that
So-
good, Little Barnsey?
No, it is not. So I don't know. They got to turn it around, and it starts on the mound. Luckily, like you had mentioned, I'm going to say it, Matt. I'm happy, we're both happy, you should be too, that the Dodgers are actually going to be able to bat before the Diamondbacks finally, so we don't have to be down 3 or 6 or 9 or 22 runs. So we actually get to go up to bat with a big 0-0 for the time.
And it's definitely a plus when you're an offense and you're digging out of a big hole early on in the game.
It deflates everything.
Deflation.
Everything. Your batters. It deflates the coaching staff. It deflates the starting pitcher that's gonna go back onto the mound after that inning, which took forever. And then the whole bullpen. They're just sitting back there going, "Damn."
And you don't want to cut the offense any slack because they just haven't gotten it done. No one looks comfortable up there. They're swinging at pitches out of the zone.
Yep.
They're not putting up good at bats, and when they're getting pitches to hit, they're not doing anything with it.
No, they're trying to hit a home run every single time. Get a double, get a base hit over somebody's head. Like that's all you got to do.
We talked about in Game 2, the D-backs. How did the first guy get on? Walk.
You got to walk.
What did the second guy do? Bunt
Single.
Tommy Pham comes up there,
It's single.
bloop single, drives in a run, just like that. You're up 1-0.
Yeah.
Just putting the ball in play, make things happen. Put pressure on the defense
and on the pitching staff.
Start
swinging at bullshit. You gotta swing at strikes. Especially in the postseason, umpires typically, not always, but typically squeeze the zone a little bit because they know if you make it to the postseason and you're umpiring in the postseason, you must have a pretty good zone. Tighten it up a little bit. Nothing off the plate, nothing inside. If it's not a strike, don't call it. So yeah. And honestly, that's what Arizona was doing that first game, for sure. But especially that second game, they knew that umpire was not going to call it. So they did not swing at close pitches. There's no reason to. The Dodgers went all for it.
Most of the time, Dave Roberts is looked at as the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Most of the blame goes to him. I don't think you can put blame on him in this situation. The team just hasn't gotten it done. Same thing as last year. I saw some articles. They always got to blame Doc for something.
Yep.
They were complaining about Colton Wong being brought in as a pinch hitter.
Nobody was hitting anyway.
Nobody's hitting.
It was a good matchup.
When your leadoff hitter, Mookie Betts, and your two-hole hitter, Freddie Freeman, two of the best hitters in baseball,
MVP votes
are
this
1
year.
for 13, and that one hit is an infield single, that's not getting it done.
No.
And it doesn't matter who your manager is.
Nope.
When your offense is not putting the ball in play and they're not getting on base, and they're not driving in guys when they are getting on base, you're not going to win.
No.
Especially not in the playoffs.
Well, they're complaining because they had one situation in Game 2 where they could have maybe scored more than one run, and they did nothing with it. That's not on Doc. It's not on Doc that one inning out of all 9 you have the chance to win. That's on the entire lineup, not on Doc. I liked that move because it was a wicked righty coming in. And you know what? It was going to be for Miguel Rojas, right?
Yep.
You know what? Miguel Rojas has had a really good season. But on a righty, it was like that sidewinder, right?
Thompson, yep.
That's tough to hit from that angle. So I would like to be a left-hander seeing the ball come at me from that angle rather than always, okay, is going to be a slider going away? I can't see that. So it was a good matchup. Wong, he's played a lot better since coming over for the Dodgers. Can't blame him. I like that matchup. And he hit the ball hard. It was just a bouncer right at Wong.
You got to look at the at-bat before that. James Outman coming up with 1 out, bases loaded. Gets ahead 2-0 against a guy that spent most of the year down in single A.
And could not find the zone.
Could not find the zone. He was missing down with his breaking ball. And then, of course, the rookie swings at a 2-0 pitch out of the zone.
Well, he's thinking it's 2-0. He's going to try to come after me and then just tries to turn on a pitch that was 5 feet out of the zone. It was not even close. It was a mistake. As soon as he swung at that, I thought, damn.
And then you hear Ron Darling say, oh, yeah, and Outman's a guy who struggled with the high fastball all year. Boom, strike 3, fastball up in the zone.
Yeah, I hate
Ron Darling.
What a joke.
You suck. You suck, Ron Darling.
But you know what? I got to say, I liked the way that Doc managed that game because he said, I'm going to manage this like it's Game 7. Because it's, in his eyes, it was do or die, which it was. You don't want to go down, which now they are, being 0-2 going to Arizona. But you know what? I can't blame Doc. He played it, he pulled out Miller when, he was a little shaky. Rodderall did amazing. Brazier did fantastic. Kelly, the whole bullpen did great. So
the bullpen was outstanding.
And you know what? You got to take out, when you bring in, when they take out Gallen and you bring in a lefty against your lineup full of lefties, you got to put in Taylor. You got to put in Kike, which luckily Kike got that infield hit. But I think he managed that game like he said he would, a do or die, and I think he did fine. You could not blame him for the lineup batting what? Left on base, 7 left on base. They were, again, 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They have been 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position these last 2 games. Terrible.
And that's why you get outscored 15-4.
Terrible. Borderline pathetic? No. Absolutely pathetic.
Absolutely pathetic. But yeah, you definitely have to get a shout out to the bullpen.
Yes.
Gratterall came in and shoved. I love how he pounds his
2
own.
full innings, too. What a gem.
What a gem. Made that nice play behind his back.
Oh, that was...
The dude's a stud.
He's got the flow going.
God, the flow.
What's his
Love the
ERA?
flow.
Well, it's not going to tell us overall, but his ERA in the postseason? 0.
0.
What was it during the season? Like a 1.6.
1.29.
Was it really?
Oh, you betcha.
That's insane. That's insane. Over a full season. How many appearances? A lot.
A lot. 1.20 ERA in 68 games, 67 innings.
That's insane.
Insane.
Yeah, he's your guy. He's your guy that you bring in. You know what? You have bases loaded, 1 out, no out. You bring in Gratterall.
Yep.
100%. Well, how's the next game looking? Because we got to win it. I got a good feeling Lance Lynn's going to shove. Who's he pitching against?
Lance Lynn is going up against Brandon Fat.
Fat. Hope he has a fat outing.
Supposedly it's pronounced Fat. I like to think it's pronounced Fat.
Yeah.
And we're going to go with that.
We're going to go with that.
And he's going to throw some fat pitches right over the plate. His ERA this postseason is 10.13.
It's going to go to 21.
It's going to go to 21. The Dodgers are going to come out hot
Yes.
in this one. We're going to turn things around. The rally shades are on. You better bring them out. I know you got them. Bring out your rally shades and put them on. Let's go Dodgers.
What station? Tibbs?
Tibbs.
On TBS?
Turner Broadcasting Syndicate? Is that the word? Is it a syndicate?
I thought it was like tuned to baseball station.
Tune to baseball station. I
That's
like
what it is
that.
right now.
What does TBS stand for?
There.
Tune to baseball station. There we go.
It is. It's official. Google said.
Tune to the baseball station. We gave it a Goog. The Google said, and so it is. Let's see. We got lineups posted. Mookie Betts is leading off at second base. Freddie's at first in the 2-hole. Just Dingers Martinez is
At the
DHing.
last game, we didn't even talk about it.
We didn't even talk
We
about it.
were hoping that home run. I saw it. I thought,
Turn it around.
yes, turn it around. Here we go, baby. And then got maybe
nothing.
one more run and on an infield hit.
The momentum hasn't been there. Hopefully they can get it going in this one.
I like that they're, like you mentioned, I like that we're going to get the first at bat this game. So every inning we're going to be able to put up the runs hopefully first and hopefully smack them in the mouth.
Build some momentum.
They definitely got us.
Got to win one game at a time. It
One
starts
inning at a time.
tonight.
Yep.
Muncie's in the 4-hole at third base. Will Smith is catching behind the plate.
Nothing.
Hayward in right field. Kike's getting the start in center. I like that.
I like that.
He's got a good stick when it matters. He's got a
He's
good stick when it matters.
very good in the postseason. I mean, you can look back when he was most recently in Boston. He had a great postseason, and then of course he's clutch. He's been clutch for us. That 2017 run in Chicago. That
3-homer game.
I mean, you could
in the
call it
clincher.
3 home runs. That's insane.
3 home runs.
What a guy in Chicago.
In
so, you know
Chicago.
what? I like him in the outfield, and I think he's going to have a good stick. Hits the ball hard.
Peralta's in left in the 8-hole. Mickey Rowe is at shortstop in the 9-hole.
Good.
On the D-back side, they've got Corbin Carroll in right.
Good.
Cattell Marte's at second base, batting second. Tommy Pham's DHing in the 3-hole.
Batting 600, like
4 for 5 in that
he
first
did
game.
nothing all those games for San Diego, and then gets traded, and is like, I might as well turn it on.
Tommy Pham, he takes it to another level in the playoffs.
I don't get it, dude.
He's one of those guys. He takes it to another level.
I don't get it. It's interesting. So if we can pitch it around him and Carroll and Pham, I think we'll be fine. Walker, just like Muncie's batting $1 something. Moreno, solid catcher, batting 200. Gurriel Jr. had that home run. We don't need to talk about that pitch sequence because he's waiting for it, of course. Get a haircut. Thomas comes around, batting $1. Also, Longoria. He had a good series against the Brewers, but not the same sense. So keep it going, dude. We believe in you.
And then Perdomo, in the 9-hole at shortstop for the D-backs, the guy that they need to just go right after. He
Yes.
hasn't gotten a hit in like a month.
No, go right
Go
after him. Go right after him. And yeah, so I mean, it's going to be good. The matchups, you know what? It's we're not even talking about it. All we need to know is the Dodgers need to do better than the last 2 games, and they should win.
Take it one game at a time.
One
You
inning
win
at a time.
tonight, you
Yeah.
get to play tomorrow. You win tomorrow, you go back to LA.
They
The
don't
D-backs
want
don't
to
want to
go
go
back.
back to
You don't want to go back to
And
it.
it starts tonight.
Yes.
Put on your rally shades. Let's go Dodgers. This is Lad Talk. We'll catch you in the next episode.
It's gonna happen, baby. Adios.